Hello, garden lovers. So here we are again in the garden. So my apologies. I planted um, a few plants this morning and I wasn't able to film because I was trying to beat the rain. I thought it was going to rain, but it actually didn't. And so while I'm done planting, well, there's actually a couple of things I need to plant. Let's go and water the plants that I planted. Let's do it together. So it is Sunday, the 10th of November. And as you can see, leaves. Excuse my mess that I still have to put away. But anyway, so I'll water while I introduce you to the new plants. Hold on, let me turn this into soaker maybe. Hold on. I should have been ready. Okay, so the first one is this Speedwell. Holy mackerel. Not soaker. Let's take it back to shower. So this Speedwell, it's called Candela Pink. Candela means candela is a Spanish word for candle. So it's like a pink candle, I guess. So he was a sale find from the Lowe's sale rack, and there's two of them. The other one is right there. And the other big change that I made here in the butterfly garden is the Arizona silver. Hold on, let me get this to show you the tag. Actually, because it needs to come off. Sorry, big guy, big girl. Okay, so here it is. It's a cypress. Ooh, sorry. Well, let me put it down so you can focus. So it's the blue eyes cypress. So it's gonna be I've talked about putting or looking for an evergreen to go in here. It's kind of crooked right now. I'll fix it in a minute. So I chose to get this smaller one. I was going to, there is a nursery that is closing. It's a real good nursery. They've been in business for 20 years. They're closing at the end of the year, and they're having a sale this coming Wednesday. And so they have the same plant. It was a little bigger, probably 4 feet tall, and it's going to be less than, or it's going to be around $25. But push comes to shove, I can always take that out and replace it. But I just wanted it to be that size, so it's not hard to plant and also to adapt, and I can see the progress and enjoy it while it's growing. So yeah, I guess I can make up my mind later, but I kind of like it. It's the only thing is this winter it's not going to be big enough to make a big impact as an evergreen. Another sale find from Lowe's that I got is this dark pink Gora. So it goes well with the other Gora, with the 2 Goras that are in here already. Also, hold on, I'm just gonna water everything while I'm here. Also, this new to me, as I mentioned in my last video, is this kind of mounding, a small mound Nipida called Little Trudy, and I thought it would look good here, and also maybe it will grow close to the path where it will, you know, I can brush, it will brush against the passerby, and you can smell the Nipida catnip smell. And also the iceberg is blooming because it's so nice and cool here in North Georgia. So, and also the duet iceberg. I'm just gonna put, oh, and over there is the sweet bay magnolia. I planted it there to replace the fallen pine, and also to hide that stump in there. So I love bay magnolia. So like I said, I finally found one, and I am so glad. And it will, like I said, hide that ugly thing. I could have burned it, but I decided to just let it rot and hopefully, you know, help the soil around it. So I'm gonna mulch it after we're done with our tour, or walk and water tour. And also look at this rose, how it's gotten so big. And yeah, I don't know, I think I'm going to eventually prune this or move the path one way or the other. As you can see, it's putting on some buds and it's about to bloom. I put some fertilizer on it just because I didn't really earlier, and I don't think it's gonna hurt it or anything. So oh, and look at I still have okra. And speaking of okra, I was gonna pull this guy out, the okra, but it's blooming, and it's such a beautiful bloom that I decided I was just gonna let it continue. There's a small okra there, and then of course that flower is gonna turn into an okra. And the same thing with this guy right here. So yeah, it's gonna stay there until they die in the cold. But and also I move the border, the rock border, close to the path, so I could gain a little more room, planting room in there. And because I planted, hold on, I don't wanna, let me see if I can go in here. I planted an eryngium, which is close to, let me clean up my mess in there. So the eryngium is there, It's kind of small right now, but it's gonna grow to about 3 feet. So that would, you know, show up sometime when it warms up again. So that's gonna be a tall anchor there. Hold on, clean my rocks. And then what else did I plant? Let me get some water for the birds. Oh, and clean out my pot. I don't know. I'm just crazy about cleaning up pots. I was helping, I was actually planning for my sister-in-law yesterday, and I'll show you her garden next weekend. I didn't plant everything. She went to a wedding, so I went over there and planted for her. But like I said, I didn't get to finish everything. So also in there where that sign is, let me zoom in there. So I planted a black cohosh. It was a bare root purchase. I don't know if you can see. So it's in there. It likes semi-shade, so it is under the dogwood, and so it will get part shade because the sun, the west setting sun is coming there, and it would shine on there. And also my ugly burn pile, we were supposed to burn today, but it was windy, so we held off, and maybe next weekend we can try again. So water, and so yeah, I'm not taking out the leaves that's on the beds because, you know, it really helps some of the tender perennials to stay warm during the winter. And also, you know, it's a good hiding place for insects and small animals. So like I just saw literally a pretty lizard earlier when I was planting. And the erigeron that I planted here is still small. It should wait probably next year, and it would grow tremendously. And also, I also put rose fertilizer in this rose. I transferred it from a pot. It was planted in a pot in my back deck, and I thought I transfer it here in the rose garden, in the tea garden. And it's showing some sign of stress. I don't know if it's just gonna lose its leaf in the winter, but I just went ahead and put fertilizer. I still have probably a couple of weeks of, you know, fairly not too cold, not too warm weather, and so that should be okay. And then I also planted thyme to act as a ground cover for the rose. So there's a thyme. It's a golden thyme, so it's gonna turn yellowish in the growing season. And of course the gallarda and the pinks are still doing well. Thank God for all this mulch, because I haven't watered them all week long, because when I get home from work it's already dark. So the also the grass that was pulled by the horses is recovering well, as you can see. Let's see. It's putting on some new growth. So yay. Yay for the grass. And then of course over there in the back I pulled some echinacea from the other garden, and then I planted it there. They should be growing big and strong next year. They don't mind being transplanted at all, so they look like nothing right now, but you'll see they'll be big and flowering next late spring. And so the other galliarda in there, contrasting with the pink. So that is what I added. I just added the thyme there, and then but this morning I planted this pot with a tea olive, which is very fragrant, and I thought I saw my dog. I guess not. So that's very fragrant. It's gonna be a small tree, so I thought I'd plant it there for the meantime, to give the tea garden a focal point. And so I planted penny black violas and that orange pansy with this blue fescue as a spiller, and also on the other side is the what is that called? I don't know, I just blanked. This guy right here. So I thought it was kind of cute being there. Hopefully the horses wouldn't find out and pull it out, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna put, I already have chicken wire, a roll of chicken wire. I think I'm gonna, but it doesn't even matter if I line the fence with that, because they just pull it from the top. But we'll see. And if he does pull it out, I can always move it from, move it to somewhere. No big deal. And oh, I forgot to plant this little Peter Cottontail yarrow. So it's so cute. I thought I'd plant it in front of the tea Camellia sinensis, and sort of kind of spill over the border right there. And of course this other half of the tea garden is still not finished. I'm still looking for plants that are medicinal or tea worthy plants, like this lemon verbena that I transferred from the butterfly garden. And yeah, so I planted that last spring, the spring that just passed, and it was in a 4-inch pot, and look how big it got. So and the root system was huge when I dug it up. So in just one growing season, it's gotten that big. So I'm also looking for, like I said, another if this pot doesn't stay there for the winter, I need to find an evergreen to act as a winter interest in here. And so, how about that? So, I was waiting for the rain. It didn't come, but it allowed me to finish planting everything. And so here comes the rain. So I guess I'm gonna cut it short today. And the nasturtium is still blooming a little bit. So hopefully they will still have a couple, maybe a week or so left to continue growing or making seeds for next year. And so here are some hostas already gone over, and so yeah, everything is trying to prepare for their deep slumber for the winter. And so yeah, it's about to really rain. I gotta put away my tools. So until next time, dear garden lovers, I hope you have a good Sunday, and I hope you are caught up with your garden chores, and I'll see you again sometime soon, somewhere down the garden path. Bye.